Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Russ back again with some more Madden 19 Ultimate Team. This is episode number 60. In the previous episode, number 59, my goodness, we ended up winning a game at the very last second, which was completely fluky how it got there. I will not spoil it, but it was an interesting-ass game, and let's just say he still did not catch it. But moving on to this episode, man, we do have basically just another game of the House Rules win streak that we're on. I believe right now we are 3-0, so we're trying to get to 4-0, trying to get this pack, man. 6 wins in a row is very annoying, especially when you go up against people that will try to cheese the hell out of you. But you know what? In this House Rules event, not being able to audible, it's kind of hard for people to cheese you with the same play because you know what's coming. And if you hurry up, too, you know exactly what they're running. Like, I think this guy ended up hurrying up a couple times. And hurrying up in this event is no bueno. You're pretty much screwed if you do that because your opponent knows exactly what you're doing. If it's pass play, not as bad, but run play is pretty horrible. Right here, he's doing the Michael Vick thing, man. You know, rolling out, just trying to find somebody down the field after the play is already broken down. Sure enough, he does. He does end up running with Ricky Williams, I think, a decent amount of times in this game. He kept trying to run this counter play. I think I ended up shutting it down pretty decently, but it got to a point where if he came out in that formation, he only ran that play. He didn't run anything else out of it, so it kind of became very sterile, and I wasn't really too worried about it. So 3-0 right now. This guy does end up taking the lead. Not sure who his kicker was. Who the fuck cares? It's Todd Gurley just... He just does the Todd Gurley thing as he ends up taking it 82 yards, man. What a fucking run. You guys can see at the end, he almost got caught, man, but Todd Gurley, if he gets caught, he's already in the end zone. I mean, 82 yards, he just does it all, man. He does everything for our team. He sets the entire tone for our offense, man. I mean, I guess there's a term in the Madden community now where you're called a runner if you decide to run the ball first. That's what we do, man. I mean, when you have Todd Gurley, you have to be a runner. I mean, come on, man. The card's insane. You don't have to do anything. I mean, the motherfucker just runs through people. You don't got to do shit. So, you know, moving on, man. You guys know my love affair with Todd Gurley. It continues. But moving on to our next defensive drive. This guy ended up running this split close play a couple times where he rolled out. Well, first of all, he always rolled out. He tried to find these plays all the time as he ends up finding Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill with his speed almost takes it to the end zone but does get to the 18. But he ran the split close play with Ricky Williams on like an angle route, and he kept running that over and over and over again. And then once that didn't work, he would go to his post, and then once that didn't work, he would go to his little run plays, man. I'm telling you, this guy had one formation for each thing as he misses the extra point, and he does end up, well, obviously, he does end up cashing in. I mean, you guys saw that, but I didn't end up saying anything. But he does end up scoring the touchdown, misses the extra point, so he's up 9-7. But this guy basically had three different formations where I knew exactly what he was going to do. Out of each one, I could tell that this dude may have, I don't know, not been used to calling base plays because it was very easy to telegraph what he was doing. He kind of gave it away pretty easily, man. So I wasn't really too worried about us being down considering that right now we are moving the ball. On 4th and inches, we end up finding Tyreek Hill for 30-plus yards, man. That was ballsy. I did full Seahawks ballsy mode going to David Moore against the Panthers. 4th and inches, I decided to go 30 yards downfield. I don't know, man. It was really the only thing that was open, the only thing I had confidence in throwing to. 3rd and 9, though, on this continued drive. After that 4th down conversion, Otto Graham rolling out, running for 11 yards. 1st and 10, play action. Rolling out to the left, and that was not the smartest thing I could have done. I could tell that play was broken from the beginning. I mean, that's a play I run a lot, but I ran that very poorly from the beginning. But instead, you know, I just kept running it and tried to make something happen when nothing was going to happen. But 3rd and 2, we do end up finding Todd Gurley out the backfield for an easy 1st down. With under 30 seconds left, 20 seconds left now with 3 timeouts, 9-7. We're content with taking our field goal at this point, but of course we have the timeouts, so we can call them if we do end up getting to a point where we can, of course, score a touchdown. A 2nd and 10, Otto Graham. I end up putting down the truck stick. Sometimes he fumbles on those, man. I take a chance. I hit the truck stick. We end up getting a few extra yards as Todd Gurley gets to the 1, man. So close. Franco Harris denied at the goal line on 2nd and goal with our last timeout. And unfortunately, we do have to settle for the field goal. I mean, we do take the lead because he did miss the extra point, but I was definitely bummed that we couldn't punch it in right before half. It was perfect clock management. I mean, not to toot my own horn or nothing. You guys know I don't usually do that. But, I mean, we ran the clock down to 2 seconds, man. If we would have scored, there would have been 2 seconds left on the clock. I mean, you can't run it any better than that. So, ultimately, coming out with 3, we'll take, but it would have been nice to score that touchdown, man. Would have definitely been soul crushing. Is right here. We end up hitting him with the play with Calvin Johnson that we basically just ran out of all game long. Ran the play action. We had Calvin wide open. Gets us to the 31. 5 rushes for 91 yards. Obviously, 82 of them coming on 1 run from Todd Gurley. So he's had a good day. 3rd and 12 after getting sacked. Otto Graham looking down the field. We're looking for George Fant. Sure enough, we find him and he actually makes the catch. Wow, I just thought Calvin Johnson was George Fant. What is wrong with my eyeballs? But you know what? Whatever. Calvin Johnson makes that catch, and not George Fant. I'm used to George Fant being in on that formation. I forgot we got Calvin, so we're kind of flipping around how we, put players in and stuff like that. But I don't know how I confused George Fant for Calvin Johnson. But ultimately, we get stuffed on the goal line again, man. Again. Oh, my God. We cannot score. We cannot put this game away. But you guys see, I end up manning up Sean Taylor on his very first play of the next drive. I had no idea he was going to a screen. I manned up his running back because I thought he was going to run the angle route I talked about earlier. Instead, we man him up on the screen. Sean Taylor plays it beautifully. And that's a pick six. And it doesn't matter that we don't score on the goal line. On the goal line, I need to enunciate, as we are up 20-9, man. That was quick. I mean, that was a quick flip. We get completely stuffed on the goal line really twice. I mean, the guy stopped us before half. He stopped us coming out of half. We get a pick six, and now all of a sudden this dude's playing down from 2 scores where it's been a really close competitive game the entire time. I mean, this dude was definitely staying in the game. His offense was big play type, so I knew he was going to stick in the game no matter what, but that pick six, man, that changes everything. We go up 20-9. I mean, Sean Taylor, that was just a hell of a play by him. Obviously, I manned him up just before the play. I was very lucky because I thought he was going to run something else, but it just worked out perfectly. So right now, this dude's kind of in desperation mode, and Sean Taylor, why not do it again, man? He ends up getting the pick. How am I supposed to replace this linebacker Sean Taylor when he plays so damn good? Like, honestly, I was talking about getting the free safety Sean Taylor to a 99. Now I'm thinking I'm just going to wait for the ultimate legend Brian Dawkins to come out, because Brian Dawkins has played really well for us as well. I just, for some reason, like Sean Taylor a little bit more, but B-Doc has played really, really well for us, and if I can just keep Sean Taylor at outside linebacker, I'll be fine with him, man. But with 3:18, we do end up punting 20-9. So right now, we're just trying to protect this 2-score lead. And again, trying to get the 4-0 in this house rules event. Izzy actually ends up getting a very good kick return, or punt return, inside the 40-yard line. But as I was saying, I think I'm just going to wait for the ultimate legend Brian Dawkins to go ahead and get released. Hopefully that will drop his ultimate freeze, or whatever it's called, card from like 300 and something to preferably like 220, low 200s. And then I'd drop coins on that, bump him up to a 97, and then hopefully I'd get the ultimate legend. So we might just stick with B-Doc, man. He has played really good for us. He's forced fumbles. He's gotten picks. Obviously, he did drop one last game, if you guys did see that. But he also got a pick as well. So, I mean, it is what it is. But B-Doc has played really well. At this point, you guys can see I'm just kind of doing whatever I want at this point. I said earlier that this guy really had 3 formations, and it basically became really easy to tell what play he was going to run. I manned up a couple people, and he was just stuck in no man's land, man. 4th and long, he does end up throwing it away. And just like that, we end up getting our 4th win, as he does end up conceding. That was a hell of a game, man. Obviously, the pick 6 from Sean Taylor, the 2 picks from Sean Taylor, ultimately sealed this game. A hell of a game from him. I don't understand how we replaced that card, guys. Like, honestly, if I were to get another outside linebacker, it would probably just be the Ryan Shazier Muttmaster, because I'm getting pretty close on Muttmaster. So if we get him, then yeah, we'll probably just sub him in over Sean Taylor. But Sean T, man, if you guys need like a budget safety or a budget linebacker, he is so damn good. Like under 100K, he's badass, man. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to look out for the next one. And as always, I'm out. Peace.